In this video, we're going to go over the provided highlighted contracts. We're going to just look at the simple disclosures, the easiest ones to review. The first one here in the list is the AD. So the acronym for the form is always here. And then here at the bottom as well, here at the bottom, it tells you how many pages are in the form. These simple disclosures are basically, we're looking for the required signatures there that are there, if there's any boxes that need to be marked, dated, and that all pages are present. So we're going to quickly go through this on the AD, make sure one of these boxes is marked, and then we have the signatures and dates. Agent does need to sign this as well as the party that is marked here. We're counting that there's 2 pages. In this video, we're going to skip over the RPA and we're just doing the simple disclosure. So let me flip on down here to the next simple disclosure. We're going to do the RPA separately. The FRPTA, FRRPA form, we're looking for property, buyer, seller to be listed. There's a date at the top. This is a 1-page form, and we're looking that it is fully executed with signatures and dates. Next form is the BIA. Also, 2-page form. We're looking for a signature and a date from the borrower, making sure that both pages are uploaded and that it's uploaded in the correct category. The PRBS form is as well a 2-page form, nothing needed on the first page. So we're counting pages and making sure that it's fully executed with buyer, seller, and both agents. Now, this form is required on the listing side. So as long as it is just a listing, you're only going to see the seller side of it. It is also then going to be a disclosure on the buyer side where you're going to look for for it to be fully executed. Here's the FHDA form. Going to the bottom here, it is a 2-page form. Page 1, there is no requirements. Page 2, we're looking for signatures and dates. We have the BHIA form here. It is a 1-page form and looking for a signature and a date. The WFA form. Now, this is a requirement in the listing. Typically, you'll see that it's missing until the listing sells. It is part of the buyer's RPA package, so it usually will be uploaded when the property sells. It is a 1-page form, and we are looking for it to be fully executed with buyer, seller, and dates. The CCPA form. We are looking for this form to be fully executed, and it is a 1-page form. We have, again, the DAD form that was at the top of the RPA. This form does also in the package for the RLA or the listing package. That's why you'll see it here. When it is part of that, you'll see that the box for the seller would be marked. Also, the agent needs to sign. It is a 2-page form. Page 2 is just a sample with all the legal verbiage, and page 2 needs to be uploaded. I'm going to skip over the RLA right now. I'm going to make a separate video for that specifically. And so we're going to go down to continue on the simple disclosure forms, the MLSA. These are the listing package forms that are listed under the RLA. So in the listing package form, you're only going to find these when it is a listing that sells. You're looking for all the information at the top to be completed here. It is a 3-page form. You're looking for a seller initials. Always, it should be automatically input into the top of each page with a date and an address. Seller initials page 2, and then we need page 3. You want to, in this section here, check anything that's checked in this form. What does it indicate? So you are looking to see if any of these boxes are checked, then read that section and then do the next thing that it indicates of requirements or things that are needed. You always want to look at any lines that the agent can type something in. Anytime a form can be changed by something that is typed, you want to just make sure you take note of it. And did it change any of the requirements that we're asking for? You're looking for seller to sign, agent to sign and date, and then we're looking for the 3rd page. The BCA here, Broker Compensation Advisory, it is a 2-page form. First page is just the legalese. Second page, we are looking for a signature and of course the page to be there. PRBS, we looked at this already in the buyer's package, but it is also included in the seller's package. It's a 2-page form. When it is just a listing prior to the listing selling, you are only going to see it signed by seller and seller's agent. We're looking for all pages. Again, the FHDA form we've already looked at, but it is issued with the listing package. So this side, you're going to be looking for the seller part of it to be executed and all pages. The seller's advisory form, it's a 2-page form. First page has nothing to be filled out. Second page, you want to look and see if there is anything added to this form that the agent added, and if there is, does this change what you're asking for? Seller needs to sign that 2-page form, CCPA. Here's where you're going to find the seller signed part of this form. 1-page form. Again, the AD form, we've already talked about this multiple times, 2-page form. The BRBC, I'm going to do in a separate video by itself. Let's just look and see if there's any other simple disclosures here that are required. PRBS, we've already talked about. BCA. What happens is we uploaded each of the packages that are pre-built packages into this one document. That's why you're seeing them multiple times. The BIA, 2-page form, buyer signs, again, the CCPA. SPQ and TDS we're going to do in a separate video. I'm just going to the bottom of this to make sure I've got all of the simple forms that are in here, and the rest of the forms that I'm going to do on individual videos. Let's see here. Okay, thank you for attending this video. Let me know if you have any questions.